Serving the community through faith and athletics. The Open Mic Broadcast Network.
Ready to kick it off. The Braves will get the football to start in the purple all the way around. Purple helmets, purple jerseys, gold numbers, and trim. Giovanni Lugo, the senior from Bel Grande, Florida, will kick it off. The Braves from your right to left on your dial. Morrison as well as Anthony back on this beautiful but chilly Saturday afternoon. And here is the kick. Looks like Morrison will let it sail out of the back of the end zone. The Braves will get it at the 25-yard line, 1st and 10, as Emmanuel Barnes likes to say. And, of course, you know, when you talk about the Braves and what they have accomplished, Felix Harper led the way for this Braves team. Came in early in the McNeese game, almost led the Braves to victory there. First start against Prairie View and Valley and Alabama State last week. Braves riding a 3-game winning streak. All right, the Braves have it at the 25-yard line. 1st down and 10 right to left. Harper 3-step drop, looks, throws, and his ball is caught. Juan Anthony all the way out to the 40-yard line. A gain of 15 and a 1st down for Juan Anthony. Just a little check down for Juan Anthony. His 12th reception of the year and a touchdown. So a gain of 15 on the first play. Good start here. 1st down and 10. The Braves 4 receivers, 2 left, 2 right on this sunny but chilly Saturday afternoon. 1st down from the 40. Play action for Harper. Steps up, and Harper looks, throws. There's a flag down, and this ball's intercepted. It's picked off and returned to the 50, to the 45-yard line. This might stand because it's going to probably be a hold on the Braves. And the pass was picked off. Where was he trying to throw that one? And with the interception on the near side, it looks like Bozeman with the interception. Let's check the marker here. Oh, it's hold on the defense. Wow, okay. So we'll take it right there. Cedric Tillman, a hold on the defense keeps the drive alive for the Braves. That pass was picked off.
Yeah, we caught a break on that one. And also Anderson was injured on that play after making the tackle. Definitely don't want to have a bad start like this.
So 1st down at midfield, make it the 49-yard line. So after the turnover, the Braves catch a break on a defensive holding penalty. So the drive continues. It was a hold. Very rarely do you see a defensive holding penalty in that situation, but that's what we had right there. 1st down at midfield on the read. Braves go back to run, and Deshaun Waller with a nice carry, a gain of 5. Well, for Deshaun Waller, 60th carry of the year, 240 yards and a couple of touchdowns. The Braves are without the services of Nico Duffy. Did not dress out in this game. 2nd down and 5. Didn't practice on Thursday, so you kind of got the sense that he probably would not play today. On 2nd down, and here's Waller again, a big hole, 40, 35 to the 30, 25, and pushed out of bounds. Waller, a big 1st down run, all the way from the 35-yard line to the 15, a gain of 20. So the Braves in the no huddle here going fast. Felix Harper puts it in the belly of Waller again, and he stood up and dropped 4-yard pickup. This Savannah State defense could be stingy. The tackle made by Desmond Young, the linebacker, 2nd down and 9 for the Braves. This drive started at their 25-yard line. They're in the red zone. They're at the 14 of the Tigers of Savannah State. Lost to Florida Tech, but beat Virginia Lynchburg, Benedict, and Morehouse, and then lost to Charleston Southern 24-19 after blowing a 19-3 lead. 2nd down and 9 from the 14. Trey Turner in motion, and here's a pass low, and Turner falls on it. It's going to be ruled incomplete. All right, Cedric Bush, the Braves are a little bit behind the chain. 3rd and 9 coming up here.
Well, look for Harper to pull us out of this. He's looked good so far. With Duffy not being in there, that with that explosion, it's going to be interesting to see what they call.
Well, Cedric Tillman, Contez Everett, a tight end in the ball game now, 3rd and 9.
Yeah, let's see what they do. They might get him out in the flat or something to work those linebackers.
They had a pick, but it was called back on a defensive hold on third down. Play action for Harper. Looks, throws, and it's caught. Touchdown. On a third down and 9, Pringle with the touchdown from 14 yards out. So Charles Pringle is 6th touchdown of the season. And the Braves draw first blood. Cedric Bush going 75 yards.
Well, like I said before, the offense is coming into their own now. They're believing in this guy Harper, that quarterback, and that's their leader right now.
Cedric Tillman, what a start here. And a nice touch pass, I thought, just kind of threaded the needle. Nice touch pass to Pringle.
Oh, yeah, he was wide open, come across that middle, and just nice. He was wide open, nice throw and catch.
And McCullough's PAT is perfect. And the Braves are up 7-0, going 75 yards. A little over 2 minutes in, the Braves with a 7-0 lead. We'll take a 1-minute break. We'll be right back after this. Timeout here on the Alcorn Football Radio Network.
The Old Country Store, located Highway 61 in Lorman, Mississippi, where you'll find the best soul food around. They're open daily, 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. People come from all over to try Mr. D's famous fried chicken, good, and to hear him sing the Grandmama song. Go by and see Mr. D and his crew. You'll be glad you did. You can call them at 601-437-3661. That's 601-437-3661. The Old Country Store. They're proud supporters of WPRL 91.7 FM and Alcorn football. Go Braves, go. The Old Country Store, good.
Everybody hear me when I say that the blues is back and it's here today.
But did you know when you donate stuff to Goodwill, you help provide job training for people right here in your community? Goodwill. Donate stuff, create jobs. Find your nearest donation center at goodwill.org. A message from Goodwill.
Wow. Sir.
And stepping out of bounds for Savannah State, caught it out of bounds, was Brian Roberts. Had a foot on the out-of-bounds line. He caught it at the 9-yard line. So that's where Savannah State will get the football. The Braves defensively up front, Creel Argue and Chris Hart, Daryl Henderson and Chris Monroe, the tackles. The linebackers are Mikhail Webb, Solomon Muhammad, who had 2 picks last week, and Marillion Hollis. Morrison, who had a pick last week in one corner, followed by Dalen Burks, who had a pick, Quinterio Cole, and Kayron Kinsler, the safeties. All right, let's take a look at this triple option attack led by Devon Gibbons. Gibbons, the 6'3", 205-pound junior from Stone Mountain, Georgia. I think that's how they say it, Georgia. First down. And here's a big hole, a big run of the 20, 25, outside the 25 to the 29-yard line. They put it in the belly of Durham. And you heard on the pregame show, Travis Giordani said they're going to feed him early and a first down all the way out to the 29-yard line. So a big gain there, a gain of 20 for Durham. He had a 9-yard run last week, has 410 yards on 79 carries and 4 touchdowns. On first down, Gibbons out of the pistol. And again, another hole for Durham. Durham carries a couple of Braves with him to the 34.5, a pickup of 6, second down and 4. So you see right away, nothing surprising as Durham comes out of the ball game. And now Ainage Carter will check into the lineup, the 5'8" freshman from Poughkeepsie, New York, into the lineup on second down and 4. At the 34-yard line of Alcorn, 7-0, the Braves with the lead. A hard snap count, they scan. Gibbons had a 49-yard touchdown run last week in the loss to Charleston Southern, so you have to count for him on second down and 4. A little option, he'll keep it. Spun around and dropped for a gain to the 35-yard line, about a half-yard gain. All right, Cedric Tillman, what does Cedric Thornton's defense have to dial up here on third down and 3?
Yeah, I'm a little confused because I thought they was triple option teams, but they're coming out a little spread there. So let's see what they do. I think they're trying to keep the Braves off balance here.
Third down and 3. D'Angelo Durham got a blow for a play. Now back in to the right of Gibbons. 3rd and 3 from the 35. They need to get to the 38, 7-0. Alcorn with the lead on third down. Durham will keep it. Bounces to the outside to the 40. Lowers his shoulder and is popped by Bruce. Carries them a couple of more yards. They pop him at the 40 and he's down to 42 and it's a first down. So Von Gibbons is calling his own number and a first down, couple of first downs now for this Savannah State team. On paper, they're D2, but clearly they have D1 talent, as Fred McNair and Travis Judon alluded to in the pregame. 7-0, the Braves with the lead, but the Savannah State Tiger team left to right, couple of first downs. They have it at the 42-yard line. Gibbons claps, looks, the lefty throws, square out too far. They don't throw it that much. They were looking for the tight end, Julian Roberts, the tight end, the freshman from Savannah, with one reception. 2nd down and 10 from the 42. 4.5 minutes into this first quarter. Big games in the Southwestern Athletic Conference already. One game underway. Valley playing at Arkansas Pine Bluff, and with a minute and a half left till halftime, UAPB with a 14-6 lead over Mississippi Valley. Of course, Valley won a high-scoring game against Lynchburg last week. 2nd down and 10 from the 42. They're on 42, and now quarterback will keep it, and he steps out of a couple of tackles, and he's brought down for a gain of 10.5, and a Brave is down. They took the dive, and Gibbons kept it, turned it upfield, and picked up about 9 3/4, and a Brave is injured back at the 35-yard line. Well, Brave is injured. They took the dive, and that is Creole Argue that is shaken up. It's going to bring a 3rd down and short coming up with 10:17 left in this first quarter. So Creole Argue shaken up. We'll take a timeout here. 7-0, the Braves to lead. Back in 1 minute here on the Braves Sports Network.
One day, I'll teach chemistry to kids.
I'm going to be an architect.
My dream is to be a chef.
At the U.S. Department of Education's Office of Federal Student Aid, we provide more than $150 billion each year in grants, loans, and work-study funds, making higher education possible for anyone at any stage of life.
I can go back to college.
I can change careers. I can make a difference.
Federal Student Aid, proud sponsor of the American Mind. Learn more about money for college at studentaid.gov.
It's important to plan ahead for emergencies, like the storm. When it kicked in, we were separated. We were able to get scrambling and had no idea how to find each other. The whole experience was the most frightening 10 hours of my life. If there's one piece of advice I offer other moms out there, it's to stay calm. Don't ignore this message.
Some parents plan ahead, some don't. Make sure you know where to find your family in an emergency. Visit beready.iowa.gov.
Creole Argue hobbling. It looks like his right foot can't put any weight on it. Cedric Tillman, we check in with you. When Darius Anderson went down early on, any status on him?
Yeah, he's just on the sideline. Looks like maybe a shoulder injury or something. He's just moving his arms around, trying to stay loose to see if he's able to come back in. All
right, got to check on Argue as well. So Anderson and Argue. There's a first down, by the way. They looked at it in the first down in Alcorn territory, and then they go with a knife straight ahead and a yard pickup. They're just trying to keep you honest. You're on first down, and not much to it. Carter, Enage Carter, the freshman from Poughkeepsie, New York, first couple of carries of the season in this game, stays in. A yard pickup, 2nd down and 9. The Tigers in the Braves territory at the 47. Already 9:40 left in this first quarter. Braves with a 7-0 lead, went 75 yards. A touchdown pass from Felix Harper to Pringle on 2nd down. Dive again, straight right side, and Carter brought down by Henderson. All right, Judge Bush, 3rd down and a long 8 coming up here for Savannah State.
I'm thinking they're going to go back with the old quarterback. I have to be careful with that, because just like I said before, you have to make sure that you're accountable for the quarterback. That's the biggest part.
You can't get caught looking in the backfield. You got to take your man.
That's it.
And speaking of their man, D'Angelo Durham, the man in the backfield, the sophomore from Augusta, in the backfield. 3rd down and 8. The back flushed out to his left, dances, and he's going to take off, and he's got an opening, and here's a pass down the field, and this ball's caught and dropped. Man, the quarterback, Gibbons, could have ran for the first down. And it'll bring up 4th down And the Braves caught a break right there because the quarterback Gibbons could have ran for the first down. He overshot his wide receiver kick lighter. And I'll bring up fourth down and Cedric Tillman. We caught a break right there because Gibbons could have ran for a first down.
Yeah, we definitely should have been a sack, and then got caught in the secondary then, and he was definitely wide open. He dropped up and down the sideline.
Lugo on to kick. 31st punt of the season, averaging 39.2. The snap and the kick. Short kick in this wind. Anthony gets away from it. Sideways roll out of bounds around the 15-yard line. So with 8.5 left, we'll take a timeout here. Braves with their second touch, up 7-0. Back in a minute. This is Braves football.
Braves. Work. Sports. Bikinis. 18-year-old guys have a lot on their minds. Accidentally breaking the law probably isn't one of them. Yet that's exactly what young men will be doing if they fail to register with Selective Service. So if you know a guy turning 18, do him a favor. Remind him. Fortunately, it'll only take him a few minutes because that's all it takes to register at sss.gov. Then he can get back to his distractions. Homework. sss.gov. Register. It's the law.
Hi, this is Adam Rodriguez. Did you know that today 1 out of every 4 American kids is Hispanic? That means many of the future doctors, engineers, scientists, and entrepreneurs of our country can be your kids. We all know how hard it is for you to send them to college. This is why we want you to know you are not alone. Many support you, and the Hispanic Scholarship Fund helps you prepare, plan, and pay for your kids' college education. Learn more at hsf.net. Brought to you by the Hispanic Scholarship Fund and the Ad Council.
For the Braves at the 16, Harper back to pass, steps up. Harper spun around, stays on his feet, and falls forward to the 20. Picked up a couple, and mark him at the 19. So 3rd down and 6 here, Cedric Bush for the Braves. 3rd and 6 with 7:40 left in the first quarter. 7-0 Alcorn.
Yeah, I think it gives a Waller on this. It looks pretty healthy. That layoff did him well.
3rd down and 6. Let's see what Elliott Ratton comes up with here offensively. Looks like a Pringle to the left, slot man left, tight formation right. Harper straight back to pass. Looks, pump fake throws, and this ball's caught. A first down. Well, Harper stayed in there, and Chris Blair with the reception for the first down. Chris Blair, 16th reception of the year with 3 touchdowns. A first down for the Braves on 3rd down and 6. Drive continues at the 32-yard line, 7-0. The Braves with the lead. Waller shifts to the right of Harper, tied in motion, and we got a false start here, it appears. Penalties were the story. 13 penalties last week by the Braves. Let's see if this is on the defense or false start on the offense. Like the Braves are going backwards. All right, so the false start on the Braves, Joseph Milburn, a junior. So 1st down and 15. Fred McMahon talked about that, Cedric Bush, just these false starts, these pre-snap penalties. 1st and 15 for the Braves here. Well, they change it to Will Reddy. And 1st down and 15 with the carry to the 30-yard line. Picked up a couple. 2nd down and long with 6.5 minutes left in this first quarter. A bunch of games in the conference, including the game of the week today at 6 o'clock at A.W. Mumford Stadium. The Jaguars host the Panthers. That'll be a good one.
It should be a good one.
2nd down and 13 for the Braves after the 5-yard penalty and the 2-yard pickup. Harper straight back to pass. Throws it high, incomplete. Stepped into it and sailed it over the head of Juan Anthony. All right, Cedric Tillman, we got a 3rd down and 13 coming up behind the chains here.
Yeah, that was a nice play. He was just overshot him a little bit. He was open. And let's see what we can do here to pick this up.
All right, 3rd down and 13 for the Braves. Let's see what Elliott Ratton comes up with here offensively. This penalty hurt him. Let's see if we can make up for it on this 3rd down pickup. 3rd down and 13 from the 30-yard line. Need to get to the 43. They're showing pressure, and they're coming. Harper, look, he's going to lob this one, a pop fly ball. It's down the sidelines, to the 20, to the 10, and it's a touchdown. It's a touchdown for the Braves. Chris Blair on the blitz. Harper picked it up in a high fly ball to Chris Blair in the center field, and he ran under it and ran to the end zone. That looked like a pop fly ball, Cedric Bush, that the center fielder ran under it and got it.
That's as pretty as you're going to see a ball being thrown and a receiver receiving it and finishing the play like it should have been done.
The Braves with a 2-score lead. They brought the blitz, Cedric Tillman, and they got burned by it.
Yeah, he had him one-on-one, and he just kind of manhandled him down the sideline and getting that end zone.
And now we've got another penalty here on this snap. This could be another false start by the Braves. They're up 13-0, Cedric Tillman. Chris Blair, who had a hand injury last week, wasn't involved that much in the offense, but clearly a big play right there.
Yeah, I think he told you this week that he will be ready, and he definitely showed a big help.
He did. He said he'll be ready to go. He said he's got his brothers to pick up the slack, and now it's his turn to pick up the slack, and he did with a touchdown right there. 5:54 left in the first quarter. Braves up 13-0 on Savannah State. Big game of big plays so far in this one. McCullough on for the PAT. Kick is up, and it's perfect. 14-0. The Braves with the lead here in this first quarter. Glad you could join us here on the Alcorn Football Radio Network. Braves with the 14-0 lead. We'll be back after this on the Alcorn Sports Radio Network.
Did you know that today 1 out of every 4 American kids is Hispanic? That means many of the future doctors, engineers, scientists, and entrepreneurs of our country could be your kids. We all know how hard it is for you to send them to college. This is why we want you to know you are not alone. Many support you, and the Hispanic Scholarship Fund helps you prepare, plan, and pay for your kids' college education. Learn more at hsf.net. Brought to you by the Hispanic Scholarship Fund and the Ad Council.
And WPRL 91.7 FM.
One day, I'll teach chemistry to kids.
I'm going to be an architect.
My dream is to be a chef.
At the U.S. Department of Education's Office of Federal Student Aid, we provide more than $150 billion each year in grants, loans, and work-study funds, making higher education possible for anyone at any stage of life.
I can go back to college.
I can change careers.
I can make a difference. Federal Student Aid, proud sponsor of the American Mind. Learn more about money for college at studentaid.gov.
Cartage on the return for Savannah State at the 12-yard line. Make it to 13, first down from there. Braves off to a nice start, 5:47 left, Cedric Bush. You can't ask for a better start, a game of big plays. We're behind the chains a couple of times, but Felix Harper hanging in there, and just, a nice touch pass. His touchdowns, both have been touch passes. Nice soft touch on him.
Yeah, he's coming into his own. Like when we saw him 3 or 4 weeks ago.
Looks like the Braves jumps here on this play. And I know Fred McNair is not happy, and that's the second pre-snap penalty. Keywayne Jones, Cedric Tillman, jumped. Got to deal with these pre-snap penalties here on defense.
Yeah, we just can't have that as first play of the series.
Yeah. That's first down and 5. Now Savannah State scans here with 5:47 left in the first quarter. Gibbons out of the shotgun. There's a pass caught on the check down. And progress out to the 25-yard line. Roberts with the tight end with the catch. And a first down at the 26-yard line with 5.5 left in this first quarter. 14-0. Pringle and Blair with 2 touchdown receptions. First down at the 26-yard line. Gibbons. And Laree will keep it. Gibbons to the 25, 30, down the sideline, 40. It goes out of bounds. It's going to be another first down. A gain of 15 at the 40-yard line. Well, I tell you what, they're making this option, triple option work here, Cedric Bush.
Coach spoke about it earlier. This team is coming in, maybe say Division II on paper, but they're not that team. They're not that team they're talking about. And the Gibbons guy, he's all the offense they have right now.
Yep, Gibbons and Durham. First down, tight formation here.
It's a triple option look.
They fake the toss, and Gibbons steps out of a couple of tackles, and he goes down. The flag is down. This might be a face mask. Looks like Morrison came in on the sack, but let's check this marker. I think it's a face mask here coming up against the Braves. Oh, we had 13 penalties last week. I think we've got 3.
First and 5. Face mask. Defense in the 45.
Yep, that's Morrison.
Quarterback does not have to leave the football game. First and 5.
So now Savannah State in Braves territory at the 45-yard line. One of the referees left the flag behind. So now Savannah State in Braves territory again at the 45-yard line. So this opens up the options here in this triple option attack. Durham in the backfield, Gibbons out of the shotgun. Play action, looks, throws wide open. Caught at the 35-yard line. Missed tackle. 2 missed tackles and a first down at the 20-yard line. The catch and run that time by Dante Devereaux, the receiver. So Devereaux, the wide receiver, a couple of missed tackles on that play. So you've got the face mask, 15-yarder, and a couple of tackles missed on that play. And Savannah State approaching the red zone at the 23-yard line. 4 minutes left in the first quarter. The Braves are the 14-0 lead, Cedric Bush. So what do you see here and what Savannah State's doing offensively?
They're mixing it up pretty good. I think Coach Thornton he's trying to figure out what's going on because they're running a triple option. They give them different looks. They're in the zone read.
And here is Gibbons on the keeper, and the pitch is wide open, 20-15 to the 10. And it's going to be a first down there at the 10-yard line. Major Bellamy, the junior from Lawrenceville, Georgia. Well, they're making this thing go here, Cedric Tillman. They're making it work for them. First down and goal, Tigers.
Oh, okay.
Cedric, first down and goal here for Savannah State.
Yeah, that is definitely striking distance right here, Charles. And let's see if the defense can hold it here.
What do you see in this offense and what Savannah State's doing or what we're not doing?
It might have been just a misassignment over there. Nobody was there to take the pitch on that one.
All right, first down and goal. Gibbons will keep it. Gibbons inside the 10, and he's brought down at the 7-yard line. Second and goal. We have 2:55 left in this first quarter. Touchdown passes, Harper to Blair, Harper to Pringle. But here comes Savannah State. They were in Braves territory the last time they had the football. Second and goal from the 7 with 2:40 left in the first quarter. Braves 14, Savannah State 7 here on homecoming. Well, 14-0, I'm sorry. On second down, Gibbons will keep it again, and he's brought down. A loss back to the 9-yard line, a loss of a couple, and it'll bring up third down. Juwan Taylor, we talked with him on the pregame show. On third down and goal from the 10-yard line here, Cedric Bush.
That's what you have to do. Do your assignment. Stop being entertained and do the assignment. That's what Coach Thornton teaches.
Durham in the backfield, a pistol formation. Play clock at 13. We have 2 minutes left in the first quarter. They scan to the left. Third down and goal from the 10-yard line. Durham in the backfield. Play action, looks, throws, and it's incomplete. The pass went right through the hands of Savannah State kicklighters. Fourth down, and now you're going to see a field goal attempt coming up here by Lugo. He does all the kicking duties. So this will be a 27-yard field goal attempt by Lugo. Well, they had it first and goal from the 10. 1:48 left in the first quarter. Snap back ball now. Kick is up, and the kick is good. 3 points for Savannah State, and they're on the board as the Braves are up 14-3 with 1:43 left in this first quarter. Braves football is brought to you in part by C-Spire.
While Mississippi universities compete at football, when it comes to cutting-edge research, they need to work together. That's why C-Spire linked our state's leading research universities together with a 100 gigabit per second fiber infrastructure, working in support of the Mississippi Optical Network. Through the C-Spire Tech Movement, we're empowering schools and universities with the technology to help them lead research and development for a better future. Learn more at cspire.com/mission.
Back here at Jack Spinks Marino Castle Stadium, said to Bush, one thing we have seen the Savannah State team move the football, and I think clearly, Fred McNair stated in the pregame, they got our attention, and even though we're up 14-3, Savannah State has been able to move the football.
That's what makes this team more dangerous than the team we saw with Mississippi College. They have the Willies and Joes that can match what we're doing. Our guys just have to play assignment football and play it all the way through the game.
The Braves have Anthony and Morrison back. Morrison averaging 17.8 yards per kickoff return. Anthony averaging 12. Lugo on the kick. They're on homecoming. And here is the kick straight up to shoot. And it looks like it's going to be taken down by Anthony for a touchback. So the Braves will get it at the 25-yard line with 1:43 left. Well, Cedric Tillman, as we check in with you, this Savannah State team can move the football. They had a pass out in the flats after the receiver dropped right there, would have picked up some yards. They need to get in the end zone, obviously, but this Savannah State team can move it a little bit.
Yeah, they definitely have a couple of miscues there. If they executed on it, they possibility could have got in the end zone, Utah.
What do you see Felix Harper just looks so poised, making nice throws, looks very comfortable out there?
Yeah, I just really love his pocket awareness, man. He just knows his surroundings and know how to get that football out of there.
And just a quick hitter, and this is a catch. And it's going to be a first down. Akeem McNair with the kick. So Akeem McNair, first down. That's his 7th reception of the season. So Akeem McNair, now 15-yard reception. And now here's Waller wide open, inside, outside, and brought down at midfield. A gain of about 10. It's a first down. So the Braves going fast here. They're ready to snap it already. Here's a little check down. Akeem McNair is going to be dropped for maybe a half-yard loss out on the left edge. Tackle made by Donahue. Second down and 10. We have a minute left in this first quarter here on homecoming. 30-minute first quarter, rolling right along. Braves are up 14-3 at midfield. Gain of 9, second down. Well, I think it's going to be first down here as Harper looks throw. This is caught again, Akeem McNair. McNair on this drive. First down picked up. Well, it was first and 10. They had a second and 10. So third down and a couple. So third and 2 for the Braves. Not huddling up here. On third down and 2, Kendrick Brown in a slot off to the right side. Third down and short. You have Waller to the right of Harper, and they put it in his belly, and Harper's dragged down for a loss of a yard. Dragged down for a 1-yard loss. So fourth down, and that takes us to the end of the first quarter, and Fred McNair has to make a decision here. Fourth down and 3. Stephen Reeves with the tackle. Back in a minute. 14-3. The Braves with the lead. Back after this timeout. This is Braves football.
Peekaboo, smile. Smile, buddy. Come on, smile. Oh, honey, he's still not smiling.
Maybe he's not a smiler.
Yeah, maybe he's just not a happy baby.
Maybe he's just being a boy. You know how boys are.
Or maybe he's teething. Oh, poor baby. I think his gums hurt.
Maybe he's just tired.
Or maybe his tummy hurts. He didn't eat that much.
Maybe he's not ticklish.
You think maybe he's scared of a dog?
Maybe he'll outgrow it. Maybe it's a phase. Maybe he just doesn't like smiling.
Maybe he has autism, and we can definitely do something to help.
Maybe is all you need to find out more about autism. No big, joyful smiles by 6 months is one early sign. Learn the others at autismspeaks.org/signs or see a doctor today for an autism screening. The sooner it's diagnosed, the better. And it can make a lifetime of difference. Brought to you by Autism Speaks and the Ad Council.
14-3, the Braves with the lead. 4th down and 3, and the decision has been made. The Braves going to play football, and Corey McCullough on the punt it away. 34th punt from McCullough, averaging 42.5 yards per kick. He's standing at his 43-yard line. The snap and the kick. Mile high in the air in this wind, and it's going to go out of bounds probably around the 12 or 13-yard line, 14, 15, oh no, that's 18. So we're just underway here in this second quarter. At halftime, we're going to talk with Marcus Ward, our annual homecoming conversation about fundraising and marketing, Executive Director of the Alcorn Foundation and the Vice President of Institutional Advancement. Well, Cedric Tillman, we check in with you. Any injury update on Argue, who went down in the first quarter?
Right now, Charles, he's still in the tent, so he may be done for the day. He has the shoulder pads off, and I think they're still evaluating.
Okay. Well, no Nico Duffy in this game. You know, the Braves do have some guys on the DNP list. They did not participate the last few weeks. And now Gibbons will keep it, turns it upfield, and Gibbons is going to be sandwiched and dropped at the 22-yard line. A pickup of 4, 2nd down and 6 for Savannah State. First quarter numbers, the Braves outgained Savannah State 187-102. Savannah State actually outgaining the Braves on the ground, 71 yards to 50. Felix Harper, 7 of 9, 137 yards. So he's on track to have a monster day throwing the football. Penalties, Braves with 3 first quarter penalties to just 1 for Savannah State through the first quarter on 2nd down. And they go back to the run here, and a good hard run. And running the football is Durham. You talk about Bull Durham. He looked like a Bull Durham right there.
He's a load.
Yep. A 6'1", 210-pound sophomore from Augusta, Georgia. And he's the workhorse. And as Travis DeDon told us in the pregame, he seems to get better as the game rolls along. So it's first down at the 30-yard line. They don't huddle up. Quarterback Devon Gibbons, the junior from Stone Mountain, out of the gun. And just a straight handoff. And not much there. About a yard. So Durham a yard carry, 2nd down and 9. Other games in the league, and we'll be following those. Pine Bluff over Valley, 21-6 early in the 3rd quarter. Late first quarter, A&M and Grambling scoreless. Bama State over Jackson State, 7-0. 1:31 left in the first. 2nd down and 9. Gibbons rolling to his right, rolling, gets the edge, turns it upfield 30, and tripped up at the 34-yard line. Cedric Tillman, 3rd down and 6 coming up for the Savannah State Tigers. 3rd and 6, Cedric Tillman. What do you expect from Thornton's defense here?
Well, let's see what he dials up here. I think they're playing off right now.
Third.
See if we can hold him here.
3rd down and 6. Well, they scan here, take a lot of time off the play clock, which shows 10. 12:19 left till halftime. Might have a quick game with both teams running the football. 3rd down and 6 for Gibbons. 3-step drop, pass deflected, picked off. It was deflected at the line, and that's Jalen Burke with his 2nd pick. That ball deflected. I'd like to see who got a hand on that ball. It was deflected, and Burke was right there. Johnny on the spot. A team that doesn't throw it that much. Pick And the Braves coming off 5 turnovers defensively against Bama State, gets one right there on a 3rd down and 6, and the Braves will have it at the 47-yard line of Savannah State. So Burke, who had a pick last week, at 6 turnovers in a game and a half, has Cedric Bush for the Braves defense.
No doubt about it. I guess they got a chance to come around and get the ball back to Alcorn and let us move the ball down the field offensively.
Here's Juan Anthony setting in the scene for a 9-yard pickup. One of the Braves just look so comfortable offensively.
Wow.
Can do what they want to do when they want to do it. They pick up the blitz. Felix gets it out of his hands. They can run it. 2nd down and 1. They'll probably run it here. They scan. They have Waller to the right. Like Tim McNair to the right, Anthony in a slot, Pringle to the left on 2nd down, and here's Wallace dumped at the 40-yard line. He lost a couple. So 3rd down and a long 2 coming up for the Braves. This Savannah State team can be stingy defensively. They have a guy named John Wilson who could be playing on Sundays, a grad student. You have another kid in Walter Yates who had 100 tackles as a freshman last year. We got to keep an eye on. 3rd down and 3 for the Braves at the 40-yard line. They need to get to the 37. On 3rd down, here's a pass, and it's caught to the 20, to the 10, and it's a touchdown. Pringle on a 3rd down and 3, a 40-yard reception. It's just like taking candy from a child.
Taking candy from a baby.
I mean, he picked up pressure, Cedric Tillman, throws the defense, and on the post, Pringle was gone for the touchdown, 35 yards.
Yeah, he froze me for a second because I couldn't tell where the ball was. I saw the ball come out and Pringle was running down the field, but he was wide open in the middle, guys.
Yeah, offense is caught up with the defense now. 3 weeks ago we talked about something totally different, but you can see the defense catching up. Offense catching up with the defense.
So the Braves with a 21-3 lead in the 2nd quarter. 10:53 left till halftime. We'll take a 1-minute break. We'll be right back from Jack Spinks Marino Castle Stadium. This is Braves football.
One day, I'll teach chemistry to kids.
I'm going to be an architect.
My dream is to be a chef.
At the U.S. Department of Education's Office of Federal Student Aid, we provide more than $150 billion each year in grants, loans, and work-study funds, making higher education possible for anyone at any stage of life.
I can go back to college.
I can change careers.
I can make a difference. Federal Student Aid, proud sponsor of the American Mind. Learn more about money for college at studentaid.gov.
It's important to plan ahead for emergencies, like the storm. When it kicked in, we were separated. We were all scrambling and had no idea how to find each other. The whole experience was the most frightening 10 hours of my life. If there's one piece of advice I offer other moms out there, it's to stay calm. Don't ignore this message.
Some parents plan ahead, some don't. Make sure you know where to find your family.
3. Here's a return from the 4-yard line to the 10. Down the sideline, 20, 25, 30. It goes out of bounds outside of the 30 to the 35-yard line. A 31-yard return by Roberts. So 31-yard return right there. A good field position here. You're not going to see very many punt and kickoff returns these days due to just the violent collisions that we've seen on special teams. A lot of players, even in the NFL, fair catching stuff, kicking it out of the back of the end zone. Just don't see many returns.
Yeah, those are the plays that you got the guy running full speed for 40, 50 yards, and you make a collision. So it makes a lot of sense.
And they go back to the run with the carry, a loss of a yard. 2nd down and 11. We approach 10 minutes left till halftime. Long halftime coming up, obviously, with halftime, the extended halftime. Sounds of Dynamite, a homecoming performance. Wonder will you have the alumni band and cheerleaders and all that at halftime. And we'll be talking with Marcus Ward at halftime. On second down, they go back to the run here, just trying to be basic. They're trying to punch it through. And they bring up third down coming up as they go back to the run. Carter with the run, third down, Judge Bush. Third down and a long 5, close to 6 needed for the first down. They're at the 39. They need to get to the 45, 3rd and 6.
Play action pass.
9.5 left in this first half. Well, 45 minutes first half. You have 9.5 minutes left till halftime. 21-3, the Braves to lead on third down. And now they get it to Carter, and the Braves swarm him, and he's dropped at the 42-yard line, picked up 3, fourth down and a couple for Savannah State. 4th and 2, and at their own 43-yard line. They need to get to the 45. You assume they're going to play football here and kick it away, but the offense is on the field.
Going for it.
Or maybe just a kick. Maybe the quarterback will have the option to pooch kick.
Yeah.
Well, it's showing as if they're going for it. 14 on the play clock. 4th down and a couple coming up here. 7 on the play clock. They're going for a quarterback keeper. He's got the first down. Gibbons on 4th down. He's clapped and snapped his way up the line of scrimmage, and a first down at the 43-yard line.
Yeah. Here we go again, being entertained.
All right, so the drive continues. First down and 10 in Braves territory. There's Cedric Tillman. They got a little gutsy there and picked up the first.
Yeah, just a little fake up the middle there, and he picked up some yards.
Here's a square out pass, high caught. Inside the 30, popped at the 28-yard line, and the catch is made on that near side by Hartage. Hartage with the catch, and it's a first down. Here comes Savannah State at the 27-yard line with 7:53 left. 21-3, the Braves with the lead, but here comes Savannah State approaching the red zone at the 28-yard line. They scan here to the right. 3 receivers to the right. Strong side right. Gibbons. Option. He's dropped. Nice play, blowing it up that time by Clemente Key. Key, the sophomore from Gainesville, Florida. Speaking of Florida, big SEC game. Florida at LSU tonight. 2 nationally ranked teams. We'll update the SWAC scoreboard as we roll along here. That A&M Grambling game, interesting. Scoreless in the second quarter. Then Bama State leads Jackson State 7-0 in the second quarter. Just underway at Memorial Stadium. Second down and 15. Now they go with the fullback dive inside, and he's dropped. It's with the carry. So third down and 16. So third and 16 from the 34-yard line. You get to the 18. 3rd and 16. And this may be 4-down territory. From here, you're looking at a 51-yard field goal. It's probably not going to kick that. So depending on what they pick up here, it could be 4-down territory. 3rd down coming up. Carter in the backfield. Gibbons out of the shotgun. Now he lines up in motion, and now Gibbons will take off. Sheds the tackler to the 35. He's to the 30 before he's wrestled down there. Oh, and a late flag.
Wow.
At the end.
That hurts.
Late flag thrown a mile away, right at the 30-yard line. A face mask from that distance, just thrown, that flag thrown so far. And they pick it up maybe. Nope, looks like it's going to be called. Here we go.
First and 5.
Solomon Muhammad. Call for the face man. I like to look at that one again.
Yeah, great defensive play. Hey, you don't need that.
That one I'd like to see. He must have been going on the ground when Solomon grabbed the face mask.
That was pretty fast.
All right, so half the distance. They have it at the 15-yard line. So here comes Savannah State in the red zone. I have to believe that this is 4-down territory. I don't think they're going to kick a field goal here, no matter what happens. First down. Wide formation, play action, looks, throws, and this ball is caught. It's a touchdown. On the play fake, touchdown. Cameron White, the grad student, the 6'4" grad student from Atlanta. The back judge had to look and make sure he hauled it in. Let's see on the replay. Well, I like to, of course, all scoring plays are reviewed. Referee the back judge got a good look at it, and he held on to it. So that makes it 21-9. I like to get a look at it here, a little swinging gate action. And now they'll set up for the PAT by Lugo. 5:31 left till halftime. Snapback ball down, kick is up, and it's perfect. 21-10, and Savannah State hanging around here on homecoming with 5.5 left till halftime. Braves 21, Tigers 10. Back in 60 seconds on the Alcorn Football Radio Network.
I cherish precious moments watching Dad read to my little Eric. That's why I'm so grateful I insisted on an eye exam when I noticed him struggling with the words on the page. We found out Dad has age-related macular degeneration, or AMD. Luckily, the doctor caught it in time for treatment, so Dad can still read. Protect yourself and your loved ones. Call the Foundation Fighting Blindness today at 1-800-254-6552 for a free packet on preventing and managing AMD. That's 1-800-254-6552.
One day, I'll teach chemistry to kids.
I'm going to be an architect.
My dream is to be a chef.
At the U.S. Department of Education's Office of Federal Student Aid, we provide more than $150 billion each year in grants, loans, and work study funds, making higher education possible for anyone at any stage of life.
I can go back to college.
I can change careers.
I can make a difference. Federal Student Aid, proud sponsor of the American Mind. Learn more about money for college at studentaid.gov.
All right, back here live at Jack Spinks Marino Castleman Stadium, 21-10. Savannah State hanging around, and here is the return. Morrison to the 15-yard line. There's a flag down, blocking the back coming up here. Morrison out to the 23-yard line. 5:25 left. Well, Cedric Tillman, Savannah State marching down the field. They converted a 4th down and a touchdown to make it an 11-point game.
Yeah, we just got to get a handle on these penalties, and that's exactly what's keeping them in this ball game. And this one is against the Braves as well.
We have 13 penalties. I think we've got 6 or 7 in this first half here, Cedric Tillman, so we definitely have to continue to work on cutting those down, obviously. All right, so first down for the Braves, and they're going to be backed up inside their 10 at the 9. Well, we hadn't talked about penalties that much, but 13 penalties against Bama State, and we've got at least 6 in this first half. All right, first down and 10 from the 9-yard line. Be careful here. Braves up 21-10. Here's Harper, pump fake, sack, fumble! Savannah State's got it, and it's going to be a touchdown for Savannah State.
Wow, that is unreal.
Harper was stripped. Ball recovered in the end zone by Cam Brown, the defensive lineman, and we've got an injured Tiger in the end zone. Tigers just got in the end zone. I like to see that if it's an empty hand or a fumble. Let's take a look at it, we hope. I like to look at that again. And an injured Tiger and a turnover. Remember, Felix Harper threw a pick that was denied due to a defensive holding penalty, but Felix was stripped right there, Cedric Tillman, and there were 3 or 4 Savannah State Tigers right there.
Yeah, that was a clean strip. That ball did come out. So it's just a great play by them. You know, we were trying to throw the football, and they came at us.
It's 21-16. And an injured Tiger in the end zone. 5:18 left in this first half. We'll take a break. Savannah State lining up for a PAT. It was 21-3, now 21-16. We'll take a 1-minute break. We'll be right back after this on the Alcorn Football Radio Network.
Call 601-877-2470. We got the battle down. Keep it. I need to make sure the wrong girl is y'all, I need to make sure the wrong girl is together. You got a phone coordination, you have the clear, and you have the building with now, all we need is for you to vote and others for the 2020
A stunned Jack Spinks Marino Castleman Stadium. We have an injured Tiger in the end zone, and he's not moving very much. Felix Harper, I like to get a look at that last touchdown by Savannah State. Felix pump faked, and it was stripped from his blind side. Looks like the injured Tiger is sitting up now. All the medical personnel from Alcorn and Savannah State. But definitely Cedric Tillman, Savannah State bringing some pressure. Felix has stepped up and has found his receivers, but that time he was stripped.
Yeah, they got to him in time. He had enough time to get that ball out of there. He actually had, I believe it was Blair, was actually streaking down the middle of the field wide open, but he just couldn't get the ball out.
And not only that, got a couple of injuries to deal with, and it looks like the injured Tiger is okay. And for Savannah State, that is Salik McRae, the 6'3" sophomore from Jacksonville, Florida. Well, it's homecoming, and it's a homecoming game, and we got a game here.
We have a game. I mean, like Coach said, hey, this team is coming in to play tonight. They're going to do what they do. They do it well. I promise you, they're not making a bunch of penalties. They're very disciplined. They're not the hoorah. They're just coming here to play football.
And you have to look at that first drive the Braves had when Felix Harper threw a pick, but it was called back due to a defensive holding penalty that kept our drive alive, and we scored on that. So that's the difference in the game, or Savannah State would have had the football right there. They run the swinging gate here. They shift some left and right. Lugo on for the point after with 5:18 left. High snap ball down. Kick is up, and the kick is good. 21-17. And we'll take another timeout right here. We'll be right back after this on the Braves Sports Network.
Alcorn State University and the Trademark and Licensing Administration have joined to coordinate the placement of the university marks, both externally and internally, on items including shirts, caps, or other products. The university licenses will only use those products which reflect positively upon the university and are in keeping with the university's mission. The trademark and licensing of the Alcorn State University insignia was established to protect the Alcorn State University name and identifying marks. Trademark and Licensing Administration works to preserve and promote the university's longstanding reputation as a center of academic and athletic excellence. Merchandise vendors wishing to use the university's identifying marks on commercial products must be licensed vendors who have obtained permission to use Alcorn State University marks by securing trademark licenses. Campus organizations that want university identifying marks on their internal use products must hire licensed vendors to produce websites. To learn more about the licensing and trademark requirements, visit www.alcorn.edu/trademark and licensing administration.
All right, here is the kick. Caught at the 12-yard line by Morrison, reversing his field to the 20. 25, Morrison to the 31. A 19-yard return. 5:10 left till halftime. It was 21-3 and 14 unanswered. A turnover that led to a touchdown in the end zone, the latest score. It was 5:10 left till halftime. The Braves with a 21-17 lead, and Savannah State will get the ball to begin the second half. So let's see if we can get it done here with Trey Turner in the backfield to the right of Felix Harper. The Braves come out with 3 receivers right, 1 left. And here is Turner, a gain of 3. Trey Turner kind of put the finishing touches on the Alabama State game with his carries in last week's game. Had 30 yards rushing. Trey Turner with that carry, that's his 30th of the season. And Trey Turner with a touchdown. Second down and 7. This has turned out to be a gain. A gain of 3 for Turner. Second down and 7 from the 34. Harper looks left, throws, and just sitting in the seam is Chris Blair, and it's going to be a first down, just exactly on the marker. And they mark him at the 41. It's a first down. 4.5 left in this first half. I wonder, could you say this is a 4-minute offense? Savannah State trying to substitute here. They're trying to get players off the field.
Snap it.
And the center didn't snap it.
Wow. They had about 14 people on the field at that time.
Now they scanned. Savannah State had 3 players running off the field, and they didn't snap it. That would have been an illegal substitution. And now the Braves run the football here, and that didn't go anywhere. As Trey Turner tackled back at the 37-yard line, a loss of 4. Well, Cedric Tillman, we could have had a penalty there on Savannah State that would have helped us. Instead, Trey Turner's run hurt us right there, a loss of 5.
Yeah, well, I couldn't tell if the referee was over the ball or not, but I guess the center couldn't see to his far left to get that ball out. Yeah.
Second down and 14. Harper straight back to pass. Here comes pressure. Harper will check down, and this is a catch. It's Akeem McNair for no gain. So to bring up third down and 14. This is a big play in this first half here, Cedric Bush. 3:16 left, 14 unanswered by Savannah State. They've got the momentum. You're behind the chains. Third and 14 coming up here from your 37. Only up 21-17.
Mr. Moe is something, and you can see the momentum switching from Alcorn to Savannah, and they're forcing the issue.
Third down. Harper back to pass, looking left, flushed out. Looks going to lob this one long for McNair. Can't get it. Puts the Mayor under it, and McNair couldn't run under it, and Felix says it's my fault. It was there, and they got separation, but too far for Tim McNair Jr. Of course, no Mustafa Ibrahim at center. Joseph Milburn is our center at this point in time with 2:46 left. Still halftime, and now a big punt coming up for McCullough. They'll be kicking into the wind. 2:46 left, slightly high snap, and the kick. They'll get away from it, and it sails out of bounds around the 23-yard line, maybe the 24, with 2:39 left till halftime. They mark it at the 23. At the half, we're going to talk with Vice President of Institutional Advancement and Executive Director of the Alcorn Foundation, Marcus Ward. He'll join us at halftime talking about fundraising. Of course, the big gala, the McNair Gala in Vicksburg. We'll talk about that and a bunch of other fundraising initiatives coming up at the half. Braves are off next week at a big date with the Jaguars here in 2 weeks. 2 o'clock kickoff. First down from the 24-yard line. And it just goes straight to the run. 25-yard line, a gain of a yard. Not a pounder out. Second down and 9. A 1-yard pickup by D'Angelo Durham, who had a 9-yard touchdown run last week. 4 touchdowns coming in. Second down and let's call it 8. With 2:14 left till halftime. I think Savannah State wants to take their time. They want to give the ball back to the Braves with much time remaining. Play clock at 13. 2:04 left till halftime. 2nd down and 8 for Gibbons. Gibbons will pitch out on the edge, the 20-yard line, and a big hit. Ball squirts out of bounds.
Muhammad.
And Muhammad, yes, they got to Major Bellamy. So to bring up 3rd down and 8, Cedric Tillman. Well, the Braves now have an opportunity to flip the field a little bit and get off the field.
Yeah, I think the Braves defense is showing there on the field right there on that tackle. That was a nice hit. Let's see if we can hold them here and get defense off the field.
Braves take a timeout on defense. Don't forget the Fred McNair radio show coming up on Monday night. We'll recap the action in this game, have the SWAC report, and look ahead to the bye week. Wow, Jackson State trailing Bama State 14-3 on homecoming.
Wow.
No, actually, that's Jackson State winning that game at home. Coach Hendricks, was asked about his defense. Would he change things up, giving up almost 80 points in 2 weeks?
Oh, wow.
He said, nope, he's not going to change a thing. Low-scoring game. 9:28 left in the second. I think Jackson State's offense is still struggling, obviously. Second quarter scoreless at Grambling. Alabama A&M and Grambling with 4:06 left in the second. Big 3rd and 8 coming up here. Gibbons back to pass. Little check down. Intercepted! Return to the 30, to the 25 down the sideline. James Bruce cutting it inside. Bruce staying at home. And it's going to be around the 10-yard line. So A.J. Bruce staying at home with the pick. Like to see that one. Good job with his eyes. Alan Bruce, the senior, redshirt senior from Lake Providence, Louisiana. Well, the defense needed to make a play right there, Cedric Tillman, and it did. Bruce with the pick.
Yeah, that was a nice play. Quarterback threw it behind him, and he just kind of stayed at home. That great awareness by Bruce, and a great pick.
Well, we've seen this, Cedric Bush. We get late points when the momentum looked like it was with the opposite team. Remember Prairie View? They had a chance for late points, and they turn it over late. We get points, and the same thing here. All right. Waller to the left of Felix Harper. Play action for Harper. Steps up, throws, and his ball is caught. No, incomplete. It's out of bounds. Did he get a foot down?
I thought he got a foot in.
Chris Blair. Well, that's one I'd like to look at if we can. All right, let's see here. Good play fake. Steps up as Harper. Oh, he was bobbling it as he went out of back in the end zone. So 2nd down. Stops the clock with 1:31 left. Braves up 21-17, but the defense has got a turnover. On 2nd down, Harper back to pass. Pressure. Sack at the 25-yard line. Well, Harper tried to spin away. And the sack that time by Dubiate. And now the Braves have to take their 2nd timeout. Well, Cedric Tillman, Felix Harper's got good escapability, and Savannah State bringing pressure. He tried to spin away and couldn't.
Yeah, he couldn't get away from that one. I thought he had it, but he just couldn't get out of that shoestring tackle there, Chuck.
Well, now you got to do what you can to preserve in this wind. You're kicking into the wind. 3rd down coming up. 3rd down and long. You need to get to the 4-yard line, and you're at the 25. So 3rd and 21 here, Cedric Tillman. Got to at least do what you can to preserve a field goal attempt here.
Yeah, we definitely got to come away with some points here going into halftime here. So,
of course, Cedric Tillman will have head coach Fred McNair, and he warned us about this, Cedric Bush. He said this Savannah State's no joke. Don't, as they say in the streets, don't get it twisted.
Don't get it twisted. The same thing with the SIDs. That they're going to do what they do. They're not going to stop playing the way they play football.
All right, so 3rd down and 21 for the Braves. Harper looks, steps up, sheds a tackler. Harper could take off, and he throws wide open. High! Touchdown! Chris Blair, who shed in a sack, has found a wide open Chris Blair. Welcome back, Chris Blair, bad hand and all. Nice play fake. They had pressure. Oh, the guy had him. And he steps up, and Chris Blair with the touchdown. So, Felix Harper on a 3rd and 21, making it happen. Couldn't avoid a sack on the previous play, avoided one there on a 3rd and 21. It hits Chris Blair, who's had a big first half. 27-17. Snapback ball down, kick is up, and it's good. 28-17 with 1:12 left in the first half. We'll take a 1-minute break. We'll be right back after this. High-scoring first half here on homecoming, 28-17. The Braves over Savannah State. We'll be back in a minute. This is Braves football.
Grades, work, sports, bikinis. 18-year-old guys have a lot on their minds. Accidentally breaking the law probably isn't one of them. Yet that's exactly what young men will be doing if they fail to register with Selective Service. So if you know a guy turning 18, do him a favor. Remind him. Fortunately, it'll only take him a few minutes because that's all it takes to register at sss.gov. Then he can get back to his distractions. Homework. sss.gov. Register. It's the law.
Hi, this is Adam Rodriguez. Did you know that today 1 out of every 4 American kids is Hispanic? That means many of the future doctors, engineers, scientists, and entrepreneurs of our country can be your kids. We all know how hard it is for you to send them to college. This is why we want you to know you are not alone. Many support you, and the Hispanic Scholarship Fund helps you prepare, plan, and pay for your kids' college education. Learn more at hsf.net. Brought to you by the Hispanic Scholarship Fund in the end.
Harper stepping up in the pocket and finding an open Blair. Well, here's the kick. And it's going to be returned a yard deep in his end zone. The 10-yard line, 15. Down the sideline to the 30. Down the sideline is a flag. And McCullough with the tackle. But this is going to be coming back. 2 flags down from the 30-yard line. I think they'll probably start this at the 20 or the 15. McCullough saved the touchdown, but it wouldn't have mattered anyway, I don't think. Let's check the marker. There are 2 of them at the 30-yard line with 1:05 left here in this first half. Could be an illegal block, a hold. The marker's at the 30-yard line, so this could be just as good as a, well, they're talking with Savannah State coaches here. And, this will be interesting. See what this call is. The referee and Savannah State coaches are standing at midfield. Well, Cedric, tell me, what could this be here? At midfield.
I'm not sure. It seems to be going over the penalty situation, but why are they talking to the opposing team about the penalty if it's against them?
Could be on us. Is it on us? All right, here we go. We'll get a call right here. Markers at the 30-yard line. So there'll be a re-kick. So we'll do it all over again. Well, Corey McCullough saved a touchdown right there. It got by the second wave. McCullough had the angle. A minute 5 left till halftime. 28-17. The Braves with the lead. Miss Carter, the freshman from Poughkeepsie, New York, the big run. Or will they kick it to him again? Carter on the far side of the field. And on the near side of the field for Savannah State is Wilson. So Carter and Wilson back. Here is the kick. I think they're going to give Wilson a shot at it. And it went through his hands out of the back of the end zone. Did it at the 25. Minute 5 left till halftime. The penalty. McCullough's still on the field.
Going to call timeout.
A penalty here, maybe against the Braves. A re-kick. Yep. So they decide to take the 5-yard penalty off the end of the play, which would have been at the 25, so they'll get it at the 30-yard line with 1:05 left. Well, Savannah State has all 3 of their timeouts, and the way they move the football, of course, they're going to have to throw it a little bit down the field. It's quarterback Devon Gibbons. 28-17, the Braves with the lead. And now they go back to the run here. Here's Durham down the sideline. Durham pushed out of bounds at midfield. Oh, a flag out at the end of this play. Boy, these penalties are killing us.
Second quarter.
And Fred McNair takes his headset off like, what are we doing?
Yes.
Cole. Or we've got about 8, maybe 9 penalties in the first half. And this gives Savannah State the football at the 34-yard line of Alcorn. With all 3 of your timeouts, 57 seconds left. Cedric Tillman, we didn't need that.
Yeah, we definitely don't need them to score here.
And they'll get the ball to begin the second half. So in basketball, this is kind of like the 2-for-1. You get the last possession of the first half, the first possession of the second half. On first down, they'll just go back to the run here. Room to the 31-yard line. I pick up a 3, and I think a timeout taken here by Savannah State, and they will take it right here. Braves football brought to you in part by C-Spire.
At C-Spire, we're happy you're happy. An independent study showed customers are over twice as likely to recommend C-Spire compared to the wireless industry average. Now that's happy. It starts with transparent billing, a network that's 2 times faster, 1-hour certified phone repair, and more. Get happy. Try C-Spire. You'll notice the difference. C-Spire, customer inspired. Get the 11 as low as $199 with trade-in. Details at cspire.com.
Back here at Jack Spinks Marino Castle Stadium, the Braves in this game were up 21-3. Made it 21-17, then 28-17. And now Savannah State with the football with 2 timeouts at the Braves' 32-yard line. With 49 seconds left, they've got all their options available. They can still run the football a little bit. They can use their timeouts. And let's see what Gibbons does here out of the shotgun. Gibbons on the read. There's a couple of missed tackles. And staying on his feet and almost a first down pickup. Bellamy to the 26, and they're going to burn another timeout. Third down and 2 coming up here. So 3rd and 2, they're at the 26. They need to get to the 24. They have 1 timeout remaining. 39 seconds left. I think they'll go for it here, Cedric Bush, even if they don't get it. They picked up 1 fourth down. Well, Grambling at halftime leads Alabama A&M in a defensive tussle 7-0. UAPB all over Valley 35-6. Jackson State now down 14-10 to Alabama State. I tell you what, don't sleep on UAPB.
No doubt about it.
I mean, they lost 31-7 to Southern a couple of weeks ago. I think that game was just a big matchup. They learned from it, and Valley actually led 6-0 early, but 35 unanswered by the Lions. 35-6 in the fourth quarter with 14:47 remaining at Pine Bluff Golden Lion Stadium. Third down and a couple. You got to watch Gibbons here on 3rd down and 2. Durham over his head. He picks it up, and he looks and just throws it, and it's going to be an incomplete pass. They're going to rule an incomplete pass. They're going to rule it, and there's a flag down as well. It might be grounding. Braves contend it's a fumble. You got to take a look at this.
Well, if he hit the ball, it's going to be kind of hard to call it, I think.
The replay. Officials get together here. Cedric Tillman, there's a fumble or an incomplete pass. They might look at it.
Yeah, they're still talking about it. He tried to get it out, but I'm not sure if his arm went forward or not.
Fred McNair wants an explanation.
Well, apparently it must be a fumble the way they're talking about position.
30 seconds left till halftime. All right, here's the call. Grounding. So it's a 10-second runoff. So Savannah State just took themselves out of field goal range, and they'll have the football at the Braves 47.
Well, I just got a couple questions about that because if it's intentional grounding, well, I thought the ball was hit. So how could you call intentional grounding?
Yeah, that's the question. You know, that's what we said from up here on the playback. The ball was hit, you know, so how can you call that ground?
Yeah, so it should have been a fumble.
Should have been a fumble or whatever you want to call it, incomplete pass or fumble. Those are the two calls that you can make with that.
Right.
And Savannah State will just let the time run off the clock, and that'll take us to halftime. Entertaining homecoming game, right?
Wow.
And Fred McNair still wants an explanation right there. And, we're going to hear from Fred McNair coming up here. It's 28-17 at the half. All right. Cedric Tillman with still talking with the referee. Braves head football coach Fred McNair.
Well, Coach, despite a couple of miscues there, we still got the lead right here.
Just a lot of play. We just got too many penalties. 7-51. We just got to just, I mean, it's a ball game. They got a good football team, and we just got to come back second half and play a whole lot better than we did the first half, man. It's just stuff we got to take care of, and then it wasn't halftime. We'll fix that.
All right, Cedric, we appreciate it. Penalties, as Fred McNair talked about, and that's obviously hurt us in this first half. We had 13 penalties last week at Bama State. Maybe close to that again here in the first half. We'll take a break. We'll be right back.
The voice of student athletics, the Open Mic Broadcast Network.
Well, as we get ready for the second half, the Braves in this game are up 28-17. Welcome back to Jack Spinks Marino Casting Stadium here on homecoming. The Braves have outgained Savannah State 244-179. Interesting numbers here. The Braves 216 yards passing of the 244. Just 28 yards rushing for the Braves on 13 carries. Savannah State 118 yards on the ground, but only 61 in the air. So definitely two contrasting teams doing things differently. Savannah State doing what they do, run the football, and the Braves running game had 239 last week, just 28 through the first half in this game. Felix Harper, 12 of 16 for 216 yards and four touchdowns. He was sacked twice. Waller, 9 carries, a net 42 yards. Trey Turner, 1 carry for 3 yards. And, of course, we're without Nico Duffy. So we're putting up these numbers, Cedric Bush, without Nico Duffy, who is not dressed in this game. So that's something we'll have to look at for the second half.
Yeah, I mean, when I saw it when you said it earlier, that's going to make a difference in the explosion of what we do offensively without him being in. Duffy, he goes from 0 to 100, man, in about 3 seconds. So someone's got to pick it up and go. Fortunately for us, the defense is playing well. They made something happen when the momentum was switching to Savannah State. The defense came up, make a big play, and got the ball back for us to give us a position to go in and score.
We had 13 penalties last week. I thought we'd have almost as many in the first half here. Officially 7 penalties for 80 yards, but they were all huge in the first half. Our leading receiver, Chris Blair, who was dealing with a hand injury last week, 3 receptions for 108 yards and 2 touchdowns. Pringle with 2 touchdowns. So Pringle and Blair have accounted for all 4 of our touchdowns. Akeem McNair, 4 receptions for 23 yards. Pringle, 2 for 53. Juan Anthony, 3 for 32. And, of course, Blair, 3 for 108 and 2 touchdowns. Defensively for the Braves, Solomon Muhammad with 6 tackles, followed by Juwan Taylor. You heard from him in the pregame, 6 tackles. Kinsler with 5, and Mikael Webb with 5. Felix Harper has been sacked twice in this game. The Braves have 1 sack on Gibbons. Both teams 2 for 2 in the red zone. Braves 5 of 7 on 3rd down. Savannah State 1 of 6 on 3rd down. So the Braves running the football is their thing, but only 28 yards. Rushing the football, Savannah State, they love to run it as well. Of course, with a triple option, 118 yards. Running the football, and Felix Harper, 12 of 16 for 216 yards. Gibbons is 4 of 8 for 61 yards. And, of course, a turnover led to a touchdown by Savannah State. So we have a good, entertaining homecoming game here. A lot of folks still sticking around, anticipating a good second half. There's the Braves in this game are up 28-17. All right, here we go as we get ready for quarter number 3. McCullough on the kick. Here we go. And it's going to be a short kick, sideways roll. Ball Wilson, Savannah State on it at the 25. Wow, it's a kind of a funny hop and a sideways roll, and it was recovered by Savannah State's Aaron Robinson. So it's as good as a touchback. All right, Cedric, tell me, let's check in with you. Your thoughts going into this third quarter. As the Braves in this game are up 28-17. We'll check in with Cedric Tillman in a moment. First down and 10 for Gibbons and the offense. And they go back to the run. D'Angelo Durham with a 3-yard pickup to the 28. We're underway here in this third quarter. We talk about the running attack. D'Angelo Durham, that's his 4th carry for 30 yards. So second down coming up. Just underway in this third quarter. They scan here. And Devon Gibbons claps. A little option, and he'll keep it to the 30-yard line and drag down at the 34. It'll be a yard short of the first down. 3rd down and 1 coming up. Cedric Tillman, let's check in with you. Your thoughts as we go into the third quarter. So 3rd down and 1 coming up in this third quarter. 28-17, 3rd down and 1. There's Gibbons will keep it. Gibbons got the first down. Needed a yard, picks up 2.5, and a first down. So first down for Savannah State. 3-2 on the season. They lost to Florida Tech 23-22. They beat Virginia Lynchburg 60-21. They beat Benedict 21-14, Morehouse 17-10, and they lost to Charleston Southern 24-19. They actually had a 19-7 lead in the third quarter and lost that game. So first down at the 36-yard line. Gibbons, play action, the lefty, dances, and he sheds a tackler, gets away, and is going to be dragged down for no gain. Well, the Braves had him for a sack, got away from Jacorian Wren, and scrambled for no gain. Second down and 10. 12:42 left in this third quarter. It's underway. Tonight, Southern hosting Prairie View. On second down, go back to the run. The room again. Hard run to the 41-yard line. A 5-yard run. Going to bring up third down and 5 coming up. Third down and 5, Cedric Tillman, coming up for Savannah State.
Yeah, we kind of escaped him. We could have had him lost for yards there, but he kind of rolled that pile up here. Let's see if we can hold him here.
Texas Southern and Missouri M&T 17 all at halftime. Texas Southern playing better. Coach McKinney, not a lot expected. That game, by the way, at the old Durley Stadium on campus. They brought that game back on campus. Third down and 5, and they run the football here. Durham picks up a couple, fourth down and 3, and Savannah State will have to punt. I remember we played a couple of games over there at the old Durley Stadium. They refurbished it, and I'm sure for a lot of TSU fans, based on what I've been reading on social media, glad that the game, at least this game, back on campus. Whether or not it'll be permanent or not, I don't know.
Well, it's always, it's great to give your fans and your students the opportunity to be right there without having to travel all over Houston to see the team play.
Here's a punting situation coming up here for Lugo. And it's going to go out of bounds around the 15-yard line. The 16 is where the Braves will have it. All right, let's see if the Braves can come out of here in this third quarter. Fast on offense, aggressive on defense. Get this win before we get to the bye week. Halftime in Jackson, 14-10. Bama State over Jackson State. Grambling just kicked a field goal at home, 10-0, Grambling over Alabama A&M. I was on a talk show this morning and giving my prediction of that game. I said it's hard to win in the hole. They call Eddie Robinson Memorial Stadium the hole. It's hard to win in the hole. 10-0 Grambling. First down, Harper's pass, and this is a catch for Blair.
First play.
And Juan Anthony, I'm sorry, it's got to go all the way. Juan Anthony is going to score. Just a quick hitter, no flag. 73 yards for Chris Blair. That's a seam route in the middle of post. And Cedric Tillman, he turned on the jets, and he would not be denied.
Yeah, that was a nice play. Another one of those plays across the middle, and it was wide open, Charles. No safety. He split safety and took it to the house.
73 yards. And Felix Harper, with that, is 290 yards passing. 13 of 17. So the Braves lead 34-17. The kick by McCullough is up, and it's good. 35-17. We'll take a 1-minute timeout. 10:47 left. Braves 35, Savannah State 17. We'll take a 1-minute timeout. We'll be back. This is Braves football.
Race, work, sports, bikinis. 18-year-old guys have a lot on their minds. Accidentally breaking the law probably isn't one of them. Yet that's exactly what young men will be doing if they fail to register with Selective Service. So if you know a guy turning 18, do him a favor. Remind him. Fortunately, it'll only take him a few minutes because that's all it takes to register at sss.gov. Then he can get back to his distractions. Homework. sss.gov. Register. It's the law.
Hi, this is Adam Rodriguez. Did you know that today 1 out of every 4 American kids is Hispanic? That means many of the future doctors, engineers, scientists, and entrepreneurs of our country could be your kids. We all know how hard it is for you to send them to college. This is why we want you to know you are not alone. Many support you, and the Hispanic Scholarship Fund helps you prepare, plan, and pay for your kids' college education. Learn more at hsf.net. Brought to you by the Hispanic Scholarship
Fund. Juan Anthony, 73 yards. Here's the kick return from the 7-yard line to the 10 to the 15 to the 20-yard line. Bounce it to the outside. 25 steps out of tackle. 30 and ridden out of bounds. A flag out at the end. And this may be a face mask on Savannah State at the very end. They're blocking the back or face mask. Marker at the 45-yard line. Penalty obviously further back upfield.
Good return. Blocking on the way. Number 11 on the return team. Continue your penalty. Your first time.
Blocking below the waist on Savannah State. And it's going to be on Malik Fleming. All right, the Savannah State Tigers have it at the 21-yard line. Tell you what, for the struggles that Texas Southern has had, they're quietly becoming more competitive here the last few weeks. Nobody's really talking about them. On first down, the quarterback Edmond will keep it, and he stood up and dropped at the 20-yard line, a loss of a yard. Well, Fred McNair, he sounded a little worried, but he figured his team would come out in the second half, and following Muhammad with the tackle. He figured in the second half his team would step up. Offensively, they just did with a touchdown, a big play. Now, let's see if the defense can complement the offense here. 2nd and 11 from the 20. 10 minutes left in the third quarter. Braves with a 35-17 lead over Savannah State. On second down, a little inside trap play, and that's for no gain. Back at the 20-yard line. Well, Cedric Tillman, the Braves are getting good penetration here in this third quarter. Third down and 11 coming up.
We got a flag on the other side of the field. Something happened with the receiver and defensive back there. 27, he's coming off the field.
I'm looking at the line of scrimmage and something on the back end. I just don't need any more of these penalties to help the opposition. All right, let's check this marker. It's going to be on Savannah State. Back them up to the 10-yard line. Third down and 21. 9:51 left in quarter number 3. Third and 21 from the 10. The Braves with a 35-17 lead over Savannah State. Third down and long for Devon Gibbons, the junior quarterback from Stone Mountain, Georgia. Third down and long. Gibbons on third down, a little check down on the edge, caught at the 10-yard line. Ridden out of bounds at the 15, D'Angelo Durham. So to bring up fourth down. 9:24 left. So the Braves defense, Cedric Bush gets off the field.
That's it. They came out on fire that time. Coach McNair said it before he left for the halftime. He said, "Oh, they'll be different when they come back in the second half." So they're showing it right about now.
So fourth down and long. And Lugo standing at his 1-yard line. The snap and the kick. And it's going to be caught at the 42-yard line and going out of bounds. With the catch and going out of bounds. So first down on Anthony out of bounds. 45-yard line, first down and 10. All right, so the Braves have settled down this game a little bit. Got a touchdown that they needed coming out of the locker room. Started away in the third quarter from Jackson, 14-10. Bama State, Missouri S&T, and Texas Southern tied at 17. They're getting ready for the third quarter. And Grambling with a 10-0 lead over Alabama A&M. And Felix Harper. And now here's Waller to the 50-yard line. Gets a good block, and Waller gets first down run to the 35-yard line. A gain of 20. So first down. Deshaun Waller on the stretch play. First down at the 34. Play action for Harper. Looks, hits as he throws. High, and it's going to be incomplete for Blair. That one official was going to talk with the other, and he was ridden out of bounds, and Blair didn't like the call.
It looked like it got a foot down then.
Well, I'd like to see that. I could check that play out if we could. Second down and 10 from the 34 bar. Felix Harper's been getting pressure throughout this game. He's been sacked twice on second down and 10. And on second down, here's Waller cutting it back inside for a yard gain. Well, Cedric Tillman, we've got the momentum, but we're faced with a 3rd and 9 coming up.
Yeah, let's see what we do here. Let's see Waller pick up that big game, get back to that running game. Let's see if we can pick it up here. So.
Could be 4-down territory. You're looking at a 51-yard field goal attempt if you don't pick up another yard here. But you also, with a very light wind, you're kicking against the wind. If you pick up some yards here, could be in McCullough's range. We'll see here on this play. 3rd down and 9. Braves up 35-17. Play action for Felix Harper. Steps up. Harper can take off. 25. Harper to the 20. Cuts back. 15 to the 10 to the 5. Harper to the 1. Harper, a 33-yard run.
He's electric, man.
So 1st and goal from the 2. We'll make it the 1.5. Oh, we have a fumble.
Wow.
And let's see here. Savannah State says they have it. And they do have it. At the 1-yard line. I'd like to see that play right there. Harper might have slipped out of his hands. That's the 2nd turnover, Cedric Tillman, at the 1-yard line.
Yeah, he never had it. He tried to give it to him, but the ball just kind of laid on his hip, and he never got it up, in the spread basket, so it came out.
Wow. Turnovers and penalties. So the Braves had a chance really to put some distance between themselves and Savannah State. And now the Tigers have it at the 1-yard line. Maybe a quarterback sneak here by Gibbons to give him some room. Up now, he'll step out of the shotgun. He was under center, now he's out of the shotgun. Braves showing pressure here. We got a flag down, a false start. Half the distance, the half-yard line. 7:15 left, halfway through this 3rd quarter. Braves led 28-17 at the break. Juan Anthony's 73-yard pass from Felix Harper at the half-yard line.
I was putting pressure.
Now, 1st down, here is Durham. Plows his way to the 4, pick up a 3. 2nd down and 7. 7 to play in this 3rd quarter. Arkansas Pine Bluff final from Golden Lion Stadium. They beat Valley 38-6. Well, good bounce back for UAPB. They lost 31-7 to Southern a couple of weeks ago. I tell you what, Pine Bluff's not going to be an easy out in that Western Division. They got Southern coming up, Grambling. So it's going to be interesting. Pine Bluff might have a say in this thing in the Western Division. 2nd down and 7. Well, option. Quarterback will keep it, and it's going to be tackled where? At the 1.5. So to bring up 3rd down. We have a marker down as well. I didn't see the marker, but there is one. At second, dead ball, personal foul against the Braves. Oh, no.
After the great defensive play.
Continuing action, Cedric Tillman?
Yeah, it's that same receiver, 84. He's being active over there on that side.
Well, that's a new set of downs, and that just got Savannah State out of the hole. Wow. First down at the 19. Got to work on these penalties in the bye week for sure. And the quarterback will keep it. He's to the 25, trying to step out of the tackle and is dragged down after about a 5-yard pickup, close to 6. Well, this quarterback, Gibbons, can make it happen. 6'3", 205-pound junior. Into the 24-yard line, 5-yard pickup, 2nd and 5, with 5:46 left in this third quarter. Alcorn 35 and Savannah State 17. 2nd down and 5. Gibbons out of the shotgun as they scan. Looks like Carter in the backfield, a freshman from Poughkeepsie, New York. I think I said it right. 2nd down and 5. Option, and he'll keep it. Turns it upfield and is dropped at the 26-yard line, where it's 3rd down and 2 coming up, 2.5. So a long 2 needed. Cedric Bush, 5 minutes left, 3rd and 2.
3rd and 2. He would have gotten the first down. He ran into his own guard, trying to pull the block for him.
Well, a good chance to get off the field after a Brave turnover at their 1-yard line.
They're going to run that option again. They're having success with that. We haven't really stopped that consistently yet.
3rd down and a couple at the 26. They need to get just beyond the 28 for the first down. So 3rd and a long 2. Play clock at 2. And it's a straight out. Gibbons spun around and about a half-yard gain. Bring up 4th down. 4th down and a yard and a half. With 4:20 left in the third. Braves with a 35-17 lead, and they're going to punt it away here. On a drive that started at their 1, Cedric Tillman, we got off the field.
Yeah, we caught a break there, and definitely the defense held on right there. Let's see if we can get the ball back and put this ball in the end zone again.
Juan Anthony back. Lugo on the kick. Well, Anthony already an active game, a touchdown, snap, and the kick. Tight spiral, fair catch call for and made at the 27. So we'll take a break with 3:44 left in the third quarter. The Braves with the ball in the lead, 35-17. We'll be back in 60 seconds on the Alcorn Football Radio Network.
Jack's Store is located here on the campus of Alcorn State University, where you'll find a full line of convenience and grocery store products. And while you're at Jack's, if you need a fill-up, Jack's has you covered. Jack's is open 7 days a week, 7 a.m. until. Go by and see Little Jack, my friend, who's walking in the footsteps of his father, the late Big Jack, and give you the best service he has to offer. So stop by Jack's. When you go by, tell them that you heard it on WPRL 91.7 FM. That's Jack's Store, located here on the campus of Alcorn State University. Jack's is a proud supporter of WPRL 91.7 FM and ASU Braves football. Go Braves, go!
On the break, Juan Anthony with a 7-yard pickup, 2nd down and 3, and here's Waller to the 40. Waller down the sideline and goes out of bounds at the 46. It's the first down.
It's another Braves first down. First down, 45-yard line.
We approach 3 minutes left in this third quarter. It was 28-17 at the break. Remember, the Braves only had 1 touchdown against Bama State in the second half. I'm sure Fred McNair talked about the importance of continuing to be fast in the second half. And here's Waller, bounces it to the outside, hits 2 tacklers, 3, and Waller, good run to the 39-yard line, a gain of 6. 2:40 left in the third quarter. We're off next week, and in 2 weeks from today, the Jaguar Nation will be here in that defense, Jags defense. Well, that drives me crazy.
Defense, Jags.
No, they don't say it with that much enthusiasm. It's kind of dry and dead and drives you crazy. Now, second down is Trey Turner to the 20, 15-yard line, and it's a first down. We'll change of pace. Trey Turner. Cedric Tillman, give us your thoughts. You talk about Waller and Trey Turner. What do you think about their running styles?
Well, I think Trey Turner is more of a downhill runner. Waller can, he'll bounce it. He can run inside as well, but he'll bounce it. But two different style running backs, but great performance by both.
Change of pace, and Savannah State's going to take a timeout on defense. Today's game, Alcorn in Savannah State here on the Brady Sports Network, is brought to you in part by C-Spire.
When it comes to football, faster is better. Let's go! Same goes for your wireless network. That's why C-Spire is now 2 times faster. Faster downloads, faster connections, faster everything. Stay in the game all season long with the powerful C-Spire network, now 2 times faster. C-Spire, customer inspired.
Get the 11 as low as $199 with trade-in. Details at cspire.com.
C-Spire, a proud member of the Braves athletic family. Don't forget the Fred McNair radio show Monday night. We'll talk about this one. I'm sure we'll have to talk about it as we get ready for the bye week. We'll be looking at Southern and Prairie tonight at 6 o'clock. 2 hours, hour and 50 minutes from kickoff down at Mumford. I think I can make it down there by halftime, Judge Bush, with this crowd. Might get a helicopter. Here's Felix Harper with the carry. And look for Anthony on the end around. Harper kept it for a 2-yard pickup. Second down. And I remember one year we had a home game here at 1 o'clock, and Jackson State hosted Southern. And I made it.
Really?
I made it. Yeah, I made it. I can't remember who we were playing. And, it was a good crowd, but I was able to get out of here.
Yeah, we were able to get out of here, but not today.
and head to Jackson to see that game kick off. Of course, I had to say I broke the law.
Yeah.
That was 20 years ago. I broke the law, but, anyway. Here's Trayton Open. There's a play fake, and the pass is caught, and it's Juan Anthony to the 2-yard line.
Yeah, they're trying to get the homecoming now.
They mark him at the 3. That's a quick hitter. Cedric Tillman, one thing about Felix Harper, he gets the ball out of his hands quick.
Yeah, he does. He gets it out there, and he knows who he's going to throw it to, so he sees that receiver, and he hits him in stride.
First and goal from the 3. Be careful here. Remember, we turned it over last time we were down here. Under a minute left in the third quarter. Rolling right along, 35-17. Here is Trey Turner. Trey Turner gets it in the end zone. Touchdown. Turner from 3 yards out. And for Trey Turner, that is his second touchdown of the year. And the Braves lead 41-17, a little bit of a cushion with 39 seconds left in the third quarter. When you talk about starting fast in the third, the Braves had a turnover but came right back, a couple of scores. And, you look at Savannah State, they do tend to wear down in the second half. Of course, the first year fully D2 snapback ball now. Kick is good. 42-17 our score. We'll take a 1-minute break. We'll be right back after this, winding up the third quarter. Braves looks like on their way to the 4th win in a row, leading 42-17. Back in a minute on the Alcorn Football Radio Network.
The Old Country Store, located Highway 61 in Lorman, Mississippi, where you'll find the best soul food around. They're open daily, 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. People come from all over to try Mr. D's famous fried chicken, good, and to hear him sing the Grandmama song. Go by and see Mr. D and his crew. You'll be glad you did. You can call them at 601-437-3661. That's 601-437-3661. The Old Country Store. They're proud supporters of WPRL 91.7 FM and Alcorn football. Go Braves, go. The Old Country Store, good.
Everybody hear me when I say that the blue
Did you know when you donate stuff to Goodwill, you help provide job training for people right here in your community? Goodwill. Donate stuff, create jobs. Find your nearest donation center at goodwill.org. A message from Goodwill and the Ad Council.
Going to see on this Saturday, however way you might be watching and or listening. You can watch this game online, alcornsports.com/Braves All Access. Checking it out. And, of course, the Southern game. Well, the Jaguar Nation will be here in 2 weeks. Here is the kick. And it's going to be caught at the 6-yard line, trying to reverse the field to the 10 to the 15, the 18-yard line, and that's as far as it goes. Mark them at the 19-yard line with 32 seconds left. You know, that's a huge game tonight. Prairie View already has a loss in the conference, and, of course, that was here. And if Southern wins that game, Southern will have control of the Western Division with Prairie View with 2 losses. The Jaguars, of course, beat UAPB. But if Southern loses that game, then you got Southern with a loss and Prairie View with a loss, and Prairie View has a tiebreaker. And Southern comes here in 2 weeks, and if Southern loses tonight at home, the Braves, I think, will have an opportunity to almost knock Southern out of the race. Here's a keeper, a quarterback keeper, and Gibbons picks up 9 yards. That'll take us to the end of the third quarter. Grambling leads A&M as the Bulldogs on the board with 6 minutes left in the third quarter. A slog at Eddie Robinson Memorial Stadium, 10-7. Grambling with the lead over Alabama A&M. Savannah State doesn't have to run another play, and I don't think they will. That'll take us to the end of the third quarter here on Homecoming. Braves a quarter away from their 4th win in a row. Braves 42 and Savannah State 17. We'll take a 1-minute break. We'll be right back. This is Alcorn Braves football.
What do I cherish? Precious moments watching Dad read to my little Eric. That's why I'm so grateful I insisted on an eye exam when I noticed him struggling with the words on the page. We found out Dad has age-related macular degeneration, or AMD. Luckily, the doctor caught it in time for treatment, so Dad can still read. Protect yourself and your loved ones. Call the Foundation Fighting Blindness today at 1-800-254-6552 for a free packet on preventing and managing AMD. That's 1-800-254-6552.
One day, I'll teach chemistry to kids.
I'm going to be an architect.
My dream is to be a chef.
At the U.S. Department of Education's Office of Federal Student Aid, we provide more than $150 billion each year in grants, loans, and work-study funds, making higher education possible for anyone at any stage of life.
I can go back to college.
I can change careers.
I can make a difference. Federal Student Aid, proud sponsor of the American Mind. Learn more about money for college at studentaid.gov.
42-17. The Braves outscored Savannah State 14-0 in the third quarter. Gibbons is going to hand the ball off here. Drum to the 30-yard line. Of course, you look at the game here in 2 weeks. Southern and Darius Skelton will be here. Skelton from Pine Bluff played at home a couple of weeks ago. And Southern's got Prairie View coming up in the next hour, 45 minutes. And I was on a show earlier today. Of course, we'll be talking with Carlos Brown on the pregame show in 2 weeks. It's Carlos Brown, a radio show. Here's a pass, and it's incomplete. Well, they don't throw it that much. And that time, they had the wide receiver, Cameron White, wide open. You know, my thoughts on that Southern Prairie View game, and I've said it earlier, just don't know if Southern's got enough offense or defense to keep up with Prairie View. I mean, Prairie View right now is scoring points. Of course, last year Southern shut them out 38-0 at Panther Stadium. But this year, I think the Panthers' offense is better than they were last year, and that's due to DeWanya Tucker, I think. And they run the football here with Durham. The Braves have outgained Savannah State 453-219. The Braves running game getting back on track at 28 yards at halftime, 107 yards running the football in the third quarter. So they've got 135 yards rushing. And Felix Harper, 318 yards passing, 15 of 20 for 318 and 5 touchdowns.
Wow.
Well, he's as they say, he's slinging it and stretching it. Play action. Here's a pass caught, and it's a first down and a couple of missed tackles and a first down. Well, with that catch, the Cameron White, the grad student, 6'4", 215-pound grad student, the first down. Minute and a half into this fourth quarter. Of course, Alabama State without their starting quarterback. I thought maybe with that, Jackson State might be able to win on homecoming, but it's a struggle for Jackson State at this point. First down. Back to the run in Durham. And this, Judge Bush, for Jackson State, it's their first home, or should I say, first conference game. It's odd at this point. Here you are, halfway through October is your first conference game.
Right. For homecoming. And it's not looking too well for you.
5:19 in the third quarter from Memorial Stadium. 21-10, Bama State over Jackson State. Grambling, late third quarter still. He's 10-7. Now the play continues, and here's a pass deep downfield, and the receiver's open, and this ball's incomplete. It was underthrown. Oh, we're going to get another flag.
Wow.
So the Braves are offsides on defense. We're going to get a pass interference, perhaps, on the back end of this. Markers all over the place. And you'll have to sort this thing out. Now, the one on the back end, they're discussing. Yeah. And the referee's going to have to run 35 yards to get the clarification on the potential pass interference on the back end of it. And the field judge and the back judge is talking about it. One had a better look than the other, and now the referee will interject. A good piece of officiating here, and just talking it out. It still might stand. He might pick it up, but nonetheless, a conversation is had about that play, Cedric Tillman.
Yeah, this is partner over here saying that we don't have face guard in this college.
No.
All right, let's see.
Outside defense, grade 94. That team is trying to pass interference. Defense, number 15.
Well, they're going to call Kinsler on the pass interference.
So they're saying he made contact before the ball got there?
Yeah.
Wow.
That's a tough one right there, Cedric Tillman.
Yeah, they put him in great field position right here.
12:41 left. They're at the 28-yard line of Alcorn. I mean, Savannah State's still grinding. Braves lead 42-17 here in the fourth quarter with 12:41 left. Gibbons, option right, we'll keep it, 30. Oh, and he is flat at the 26-yard line. Gain of a couple, 2nd and 8 with 12 and a half minutes left. First final on this Saturday, Pine Bluff bounces back. They beat Valley 38-6. Final score from Golden Lion Stadium. What is that, a rivalry? Pine Bluff Valley, 2 schools, 2 hours away, 2 states. Is that a rivalry?
Okay.
Is that about the best way to look at it?
Yeah.
Some say yes. Some geographically they're the closest.
The closest of what? Other than us? Us and Jackson. We're 50. How far are we from Jackson?
An hour 15 minutes.
An hour 15 minutes.
You're a good 2 hours from Valley to Pine Bluff.
Yeah.
Carter with the carry. 3rd down and 6 coming up. I mean, you don't get the sense that that's a rivalry.
Well, I see a lot of Valley folks here today.
Yeah.
So, so it didn't strike them about going over there. But,
3rd down and 6. 4-down territory, I think, at the 24-yard line. They scan. 3.5 minutes into this fourth quarter. Braves 42 and Savannah State 17. 3rd down and 6. Here's an option pitch, and this is going to be close at the 20-yard line. Durham, shoestring tackle. And it'll bring up 4th down and short on the tackle key. 4th down and 2 from the 20. Need to get to the 18. 4th and a couple. Under 11 minutes, 10:55 left. I mean, you're down 25 points. They're going to go for it here, obviously. 15 on the play clock. Savannah State is 2 timeouts. So 4th and a couple from the 20-yard line. Got to watch the quarterback. Got to watch Durham. Goes out in motion, and he'll keep it. And he lunges forward, and he's got the first down. Fell forward, just got it, it appears. It is close. Referee looks at the football, looks at the stick, so they're going to call for a measurement.
Yep, call for a measurement. From here, it looked like he stretched it out at the end and got the first down.
Let's see here. That's the binoculars.
Yeah.
They stretch it out.
But I know.
He's got it. I don't want to use the field crooked analogy. You know who uses that one.
Yeah.
First down at the 18-yard line. 4.5 minutes into the third quarter. Braves are up 42-17, but now Savannah State in the red zone. Bama State over Jackson State 24-10 in the third quarter. 1st and 10 from the 18-yard line. And they run the football and flip it away and miss it a tackle. Durham. How'd he get out of that scrum, Cedric Tillman, on that right side and turned it up the middle for a gain of about 8.
Well, I'm not sure if he ran behind his own lineman, but I do know that the linebacker did take the quarterback, so he gave it off on the dive, so I'm not sure how you come out of that foul.
All right, 2nd down and 8. We have a fumble. Ball loose. Braves say they have it, and they do. Braves gets the football. Chris Monroe with the recovery. So it's been a turnover play game, Cedric Tillman, and we get our 2nd turnover. Monroe picked up the fumble.
Yeah, Chris Monroe come out of that foul with that ball. You know, when they all in that foul, you just can't tell who has the ball or whatever, but you try to see who comes up with the football, and definitely Chris came out of there with it.
All right, so 9:42 left. Braves have the football in the lead. You have Akeem McNair, Tim McNair off to the right side. Like Everett is a tight end. Waller in the backfield. So the Braves have the football at the 15-yard line. And here is Waller falling forward for a 2-yard pickup. Well, as you look ahead to Southern University coming up, Cedric Bush is Missouri S&T leads Texas Southern late third, 23-17. What do you think about that Prairie View Southern game tonight? I think it'll be a high-scoring game, but this Southern's offense, I mean, they run the football. They had 239 running against UAPB a couple of weeks ago. Can Skelton manage the game to where when things don't go right, if they can't run the football, Skelton can't be a hero? And they run it again with Waller, bounces out of the pile, trying to turn it up, and he loses yards back to the 15-yard line. So to bring up 3rd down and 10.
Charles, if they were at a neutral site or if they were going to Houston, I would say that, but they're going to Baton Rouge. They like to turn the lights like to, accidentally go off. The clock stops. A lot of things happen over in Baton Rouge, so I'm just waiting to see it. I'm just waiting to see that tonight.
3rd down and long. 3rd down and 9 coming up. Braves scan. 8.25 left. It's the game of the week today, that's for sure.
That's it, no doubt about it. Southern made sure, they told us last year, we'll be back to play this game again.
Well, look, Waller lost the handle. Felix Harper just took it away and just had to eat it. And,
wow.
And there's a flag as Harper thrown back after the whistle blew. It's going to be a unsportsmanlike against Savannah State.
A lot of laundry in this game.
Some continuing action and now some talking with both players. Things getting a little chippy here with 8:05 left. All right, here's the call. Unsportsmanlike against Randall Corey. alignment.
Yeah, when you do things like that, you only hurt your team. I mean, you're frustrated, but, just go back and play the next play. You do stuff like that, you hurt your team, and it moved up 15 yards.
Of course, we've had our share of that, unfortunately.
Yeah.
And Braves have it at the 32. Braves are going to get off the field here. Here's Harper, straight ahead, Trey Turner, 4 yard. Yep, Trey Turner, 4 yard gain.
Yeah, they're coming up stacking the box on us now. I think we're trying to get out and get the homecoming, and they're stacking the box on us.
I think for Prairie View, Dwayne Tucker's the difference to me. Last year, it seemed like he wasn't, I don't know if he was injured or what, but he wasn't quite as involved and as explosive.
Yeah.
I think he was the MVP of that State Fair Classic against Grambling.
Yeah.
When you got Tucker going and you got their quarterback slinging it, Prairie View's a tough machine to slow down.
It's going to be interesting to see tonight. Southern's going to play good defense, and they're going to grind it. They're going to grind it. If Prairie View comes out and be patient, work the offense, and do the things they do, I think it's going to be a great ball game, and it doesn't matter who has the ball last.
Trey Turner with a 5-yard pickup. So the Braves will be faced with a third down. The Braves have 3 receivers to the left. Tim McNair Jr. to the right, lone receiver to the right side. Pringle wide left. So you have a receiver wide left, 2 slots to the left. Tim McNair Jr. wide right on 3rd down and 5. Harper looks, throws, and the pass is caught. It's going to be a first down. Juan Anthony. First down for the Braves with 6:15 left here in the 4th quarter. Boy, turned out to be a pretty day, although a chilly day here on the beautiful campus. Drive careful heading home. Enjoy your bye week, and let's bring on the Jaguar Nation.
Yes, sir. We need that week, I think, just to get some of these bobos healed up and get a chance to work on the penalties and stuff, because we're moving to championship play now. It's time to clean all this up, because the teams are going to play down the road, those are good teams. We can't get by playing those teams looking the way we look, as far as the penalties go.
And the Braves run the football here. Waller. I see former Brave Tavares Johnson is doing some coaching up in the Cleveland, Mississippi area. He was up here earlier. I wonder if he's down on the field. We said we would talk with him. But Cedric Bush, you saw a bunch of former Alcornites on the in the tailgate area before the game. It's just a who's who of Braves football.
Yeah, they had all guys, everybody over there. Like I said, Isaac Hopes is over there. Milton Barney came in. This is the first time he's been back since 1986. You got, guys over there. Tommy Collier hadn't been back since 84. It's amazing just to see the campus and everything.
And now a good hard run here, kind of a missing thing to Tim Marsh. A little sloppy here, said the Tillman. Some bobble exchanges.
Yeah, I was kind of making a joke when I saw him in there, and everybody said, yeah, they remember all the hard runs cleanup job he did last week in Montgomery, so a lot of people are excited to see him out there.
Is Tavares Johnson, is he still down there?
Yeah, he's in the end zone.
So we might get a couple of words with him if possible. Third down and a couple coming up here as the Braves scan. Play clock at 6. Braves are taking time off the clock. 4:13 left. Here's Marsh again. Marsh corkscrewed and dropped right at the marker. He may be a little short. With 4 minutes left here in this 4th. So what's Fred McNair going to do here? 4th down and short. They're going to let this clock wind down, and Fred McNair's going to take a timeout. He'll take some time off the clock. Yep. So the Braves take a timeout, and we'll take it with them with 3:25 left in the fourth. Back in 1 minute, 42-17, Alcorn. Back in a minute, this is great football.
Trademark and Licensing Administration have joined to coordinate the placement of the university marks, both externally and internally, on items including shirts, caps, or other products. The university licenses will only use those products which reflect positively upon the university and are in keeping with the university's mission. The trademark and licensing of the Alcorn State University insignia was established to protect the Alcorn State University name and identifying marks. Trademark and Licensing Administration works to preserve and promote the university's long-standing reputation as a center of academic and athletic excellence. Merchandise vendors wishing to use the university's identifying marks on commercial products must be licensed vendors who have obtained permission to use Alcorn State University marks by securing trademark licenses. Campus organizations that want university identifying marks on their internal use products must hire licensed vendors to produce these items. To learn more about the licensing and trademark requirements, visit www.alcorn.edu/trademark and licensing administration.
I see Noah Johnson down on the field, Cedric Bush with a sling.
Yeah, that does look good.
And Fred McNair said right now it's Felix Harper's team on fourth down. It looks like it's going to be a first down. With 3:19 left here in this fourth quarter.
And I'm agreeing with Coach Fred McNair. This is his team. He's a rising star. He's doing his part. It comes back before the season is out. He'll be able to help in the long run. But right now, I think Harper's doing a great job with carrying the team and leading the team.
Well, I thought he had a first down there, Cedric Bush. They're going to miss this thing.
Wow.
It looked for me like he had it. Let's see.
Yeah, I was about to start singing a song. Dan done it down murder used to sing.
Yeah.
Turn out the light. What is those? First down.
So it's the first down at the 47-yard line with 3:19 left. And it looks like we've got a quarterback change here in the fourth quarter. I believe Russell, Jaron Russell in the game for the Braves at quarterback. All right, so Jaron Russell getting some action. Russell, 1 of 2 for 9 yards. So Jaron Russell in the game. And there's a good hard run to the 35-yard line. A first down run. Turner. First down run for the Braves, Jonathan Bolton. So Bolton getting a carry. Well, Cedric Tillman, Fred McNair talking about the whole quarterback situation. Right now, it's Felix Harper's team, and the coach has been asked how you deal with it. He's like, look, we've been here before. John Gibbs went down. Lenore Slickman went down. Now Noah Johnson is down. This next man up. And that's how Fred McNair, Cedric Tillman, has handled it.
That's right. And just like I said, it's his team, so Harper's definitely carrying the load for the team.
But you see Noah Johnson in that swing, and we just hope he gets back as quickly as possible. Of course, we'll have a couple of weeks for him to heal and do his rehab and recovery. Fred McNair didn't want to put a percentage on it. He said he'll just leave that up to the doctors and trainers and let them figure it out. 20 on the play clock, 1:40 left, probably 2 more plays. So we're going to talk with Juan Anthony and Fred McNair on the post-game show. As the Braves are going to win yet another one and enjoy the bye week and enjoy homecoming. And hand it off to Bolton. Of course, Jaron Russell went down. He didn't slide in that first home game, and he was injured. And it was a pretty tough hit. 1:07 left, but good to see him get some snaps here, finishes this game off. So Jaguars will come in here in 2 weeks, the 2 o'clock kickoff. We'll have the Alcorn pregame show at 1:30. We'll talk with Carlos Brown, and we'll talk with Braves band director. We hope to have him on. Of course, that's always a big game of human jukebox performing at halftime as well. There's Bolton to the 35-yard line. 30 seconds left. Braves don't have to snap it again.
Turn out the lights, time for homecoming.
Yep, you can enjoy homecoming in the next 20 seconds. Fred McNair said it. He said that let's take care of business, and then we enjoy homecoming when it's over.
That's right.
And 10 seconds left. The Braves don't have to snap it. Both teams heading to the sideline. And this game will come to an end as the Braves will head to the bye week on a nice little run here. Victories over Prairie Valley, Bama State, and Savannah State, 4 in a row heading into the bye week as the Braves win by the final score of 42-17. So
serving the community through faith and athletics, the Open Mic Broadcast Network.